Yeah, dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about a charge capital Q is uniformly distributed on this rod, and this rod is basically insulated, and at a distance d from this end of this rod I have another charge Q. A small charge Q is placed at here, and I want to calculate the force this charge experiences because of this charge distribution. So that is what we are going to see, and this is an important question asked in many competitive exams, JEE mains and NEET as well. And now let us see how to do this question. Yeah, to find the force between this charger rod and this small charge Q, which is kept at a distance small d from this one end, first what I am going to do is I am going to consider a very small element dx, and I am going to find the force this small element experiencing with this Q. Then I am going to integrate. Yes, first the thickness of this portion is dx, and this small portion is at a distance of x from the small charge Q, and the charge present in this small portion is dq, which will be, see, the total charge on this rod is capital Q. So charge per unit length is, linear charge density. So this case I'm just writing Q by L. So Q by L will be the charge present in unit length into dx. See, this small portion gives me the charge present in this very small portion, which is dq. And now I am going to find force for this small charged element and the small charge q. Right, so that's why I'm writing df. So df is equal to, Coulomb's force formula very well. Yes, you are correct. F is equal to k q1 q2 by r squared, and the k value also. For saving some space, I'm just writing k. Very well, k is equal to, yes, you are correct, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. You can anytime you can substitute. Yes, so df will be equal to k q, this is small q, this charge, and then the small charge portion here, so this dq, divided by the distance is x, so x square. See, I have written the small force df, k q, then the small charge is dq by x squared. Now I am substituting the value of dq here, so which is q by L into dx. So this is df. Now to get the force, I have to integrate this df. At the same time I have to put the limits. So this is from d to d plus L, because the length of the rod is capital L. So from d to d plus L df. So I have written the integration steps. So kq by x squared, q by L dot dx, and see, if you just see, everything is constant, so you can take the constants out, and only integrating element is 1 by x square dx. See, I have taken the constants out, k q by L, and the integrating portion is 1 by x squared dx. And very well, 1 by x squared, I can take this x squared to the numerator, which will become x power minus 2, and this is in the form of integral x power n dx. And very well the formula integral x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So in this case happen to be minus 2, so minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1, which will become minus 1 by x. And now I have to substitute the limits, so upper limit and this is lower limit. So I'm substituting, I'm getting minus 1 by d plus L plus 1 by d, and I have to take the LCM. I have taken the LCM also, which you are seeing in the next step. So d into d plus L is the LCM, so minus d plus L, so dd goes off, and this L will get cancelled with this L, so which I have shown here. So the final thing is kqqby d into d plus L, and now I am putting the value of k, which you know very well, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q small q divided by D into D plus L. This is that uniform insulated rod. This rod with this small charge Q, it experiences a force F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QQ by D into D plus L. So this is the answer. Students, this answer will be there in some of the option, in the 4 option, one of the 4 option. So you can easily click this answer. Thank you.